To God be the glory, respected Reverend Dr. Rustum Kizher Hind Jeffrey, DD PhD, Advisor, International Mission Director. I'm reading Everyday Pastor's writing. Today is a portion 64, portion 64. And Revelation chapter 1 verse 3 says, Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the word of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. And the reason Christ is proclaimed to the church in Smyrna, be thou be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death. And this is the promise, God's promise. And the Smyrna, the church of Smyrna, the promised reward. Jesus Christ will be no man's debt, and loyalty to him bring its own reward. In this passage, two rewards are mentioned. There is a crown of life. Again and again, the crown of the Christians mentioned in the New Testament. Here in James 12:1 is the crown of life. It says, Blessed is the man that endures temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive a crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to those that love him. And Paul speaks of the crown of righteousness in 2 Timothy 4:8, and of the crown of boasting, the crown of righteousness. I have fought a good fight, I have finished my cause, I have kept my faith. Henceforth there is laid up for me a crown of righteousness, which the Lord, a righteous judge, shall give me at the day, and not to me only, but unto all them also that love him. Love is appearance. And Peter speaks of the crown of glory, 1 Peter 5:4. And when the chief shepherd shall appear, he shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away. And Paul contrasts the immortal crown of the Christian with a fading crown of laurel, which was the prize of the victor in the games. And Peter speaks of the unfading crown of glory. Of each of this process, which consists of to win the crown of righteousness or glory, or life to be a crown with righteousness, or glory or with life. But we must understand the idea behind the word crown, Stephanos. In Greek there are two words for crown, diadema, which means the royal crown, the Stephanos, which has usually something to do with joy and victory. It is not the royal crown which is being offered to the church Christians. It is the crown of joy and victory. Stephanos has many associations, and all of them contributes something to the riches of thoughts behind it. First to the mind comes to the victor's crown in the games. Smyrna had a games which were be famous all over Asia. As in the Olympic Games, the reward of the victors athletes wasn't be laurel crown. The Christian can the crown of victory in the contest of life. When a man had faithfully performed the work of a magistrate, at the end of his term of office, he was granted a crown. It is who that throughout the life faithfully serve Christ and his fellow men will be received his crown. The heathen world was in the habit of wearing crowns, chaplets of flowers, of banquets. At the end of the day, if the Christian is loyal, he will have the joy of sitting as a guest at the banquet of God. The heathen worshipped were in that way hallowed of a wearing crown when approaching the temple of their God. At the end of the day, if he was faithful, and the Christians will have the joy of entering into the nearer presence of God. Some scholars have seen in this crown referred to the hollow or be nimbus, which is be round the head of divine, begins with pictures. If that is so, it means that the Christians, if he is faithful, he will be crowned with a life which belongs to God himself. As John say, we shall be like him, for we shall see him as he is. In this life, it may be that the Christian's loyalty will bring him a crown of thorns, but in the life to come, I will surely bring it will bring surely bring him the crown of glory. And thank you very much. May God bless you all richly. Amen.